Joshua Anderson, welcome, man. You're actually truly inspiration. You've hustled your heart out. So from really starting a business from nothing, starting a barber shop to your really clothing brand, it's been an interesting journey. And so explain to us exactly what you do, and how you started, because I find it fascinating. I know your story, and it's also, by the way, it's great to have you as a One Life Club member as well.
Thanks,
And
man.
it's good to have you contributing to our community as well. And there's a whole thing about a club that we all have a different story, and we all hustle and need so much shit on daily basis while we are doing it to be where we are. So tell us, who is Joshua?
So I guess it starts back about 2014, 10 years ago. I've got this really nice period in life where I can look back at 10 years, you know, from leaving home at 18 in 2014, moving up here to finish my carpentry apprenticeship, to then find myself cutting hair. How did I gain the skills to sell? How did I gain the skills to market myself? Well, I think carpentry, I was always chasing a group or industry or something that would I think uplift each other. And I found that first when I got into the fitness industry. I was jobless, so I started going to the gym. I thought I might study to be a PT. Got into that scene, started networking with people, like talking to people, not networking, I'm 18, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking. But remember, every single person in this point in my life is older than me by years, like sometimes 6, 7. So I'm like the only guy who's 18 for a large period of 2014 to almost 2016. You know, just surrounded by people who have lived the life and they're trying to give me advice, and I'm just taking whatever advice I can get to survive. And when I say survive, it's because, money's running out. I still haven't found a job yet. I'm doing this PT thing. I don't know if it's for me, because I start doing sales. The PT stuff, you can imagine, is just me online. I've met the community. Now they've gone, cool guys, do the rest of your course online. So I've jumped into probably the deepest end of sales. Respectfully, you might argue with this, but I was the guy who was in the shopping center saying, hey man, you want to come over? You want to sign up for this? This is what we got to offer you. And all the sale tactics of eye contact, body language, and then how do you hook them in? And then
Which is interesting. Doesn't matter what fucking industry you are in, you can utilize your people skills, yourself.
Yeah.
Because the interesting thing is what you said on start. Even when you started your barber shop, you had to cut hair, you had to sell, market. Have to be a business person. You are wearing every hat. But without the sales, you can. Everything else is relevant.
It's been, thank you for the kind words. Being able to reflect on each kind of milestone has kind of been the biggest muscle that's kind of helped me get to year 8 in business, but year 10, I guess, in this, living outside of home. 28 now. I've got a daughter. I've got a lot of I've got a lot of things to fight for, where in the beginning, you're just dangerous, because you don't have a kid, you don't have a missus, you don't have a house. You can just move so sharp, and people can't mimic what you're going to do next. And,
but at the same time, I encourage anybody that's in the early 20s, go fucking hard, because
that's it.
You are fearless. You know what I mean? You are so fearless. You don't give a flying fuck. You just want to go through the wall. But now having a daughter, you'd be like, okay, gotta be a little bit more calculated. You know what I mean? Because now I kind of cannot fuck up as much as I could when I'm 20 years old and I'm trying to conquer the world.
That's it. Because when you're 20, I'm like, I can sleep on the couch, I can sleep on the floor, but my daughter, she doesn't deserve that. Especially my partner. I've been with my partner now for pretty much the entire 10 years. She's, someone I met moving up to Cairns to play football. That's how I kind of came to Cairns. And then that's how, man, I don't know if I'd be where I am now if I didn't obviously move up here and meet her, and she'd be my rock. But back to the business, moving from, PT, fitness community, to sales, like real hustle sales. Like, this is when I would only make 25% commission, no salary, no base wage, nothing. And I'm selling a $25 product. So you can do the math on that.
Yes.
You know, this was hard sales. So I get into barbering because I'm about to move home to Mount Isa. I'm like, this isn't for me. I didn't choose to leave an easy life where I got mining, I've got friends, I've got family, I've got all these careers, like trades, everything. Life was going to be easy. Why did I bite off more than I can chew? So my partner goes, my cousin's in hospital. I'm going to go see her. Do you want to come with me? And I'm like, yeah, fuck work. I'm fucking over it. So I go to Townsville and I catch up with a really, really good friend of mine, and he's a barber. And I kind of took his job back at school. When he left, I became the barber. But I was just fucking around, just having fun with it. And then he's like, "How's Cairns?" So I'm like, "It's going shit." He's like, "Well, I'm keeping the conversation short." But he goes, "Why don't you get into barbering?" This is when, like, 2014 is when Culture Kings is kind of becoming like the real driving force behind what is barbering in the US, where you meet mixture of celebrities and retail and this experience. And I've been there, going there as a high school student. I know what he's talking about. I'm like, yeah, I thought barbering was like gonna blow up, but like he pushed me and convinced me for about an hour and a half to become a barber. I go back to Cairns, I jump online, and I'm like, fuck it, barber apprenticeship Cairns. And there was one result, and this shop was opening up in 2 months. And so I messaged them, got my interview. I jumped on YouTube, taught myself how to cut hair, got the job. I knew I needed this job, so I asked them if I could stick around and just hang out. I said, I want a forever job. Can you just let me hang out here? I've never hung out longer than a haircut. I want to see if a barbershop is for me. And I stayed there one day. I came back the next week, started helping sweep up. Came back another week. They started giving me more responsibilities. Actually gave me a uniform at this point because people thought I was waiting for a haircut. So they would walk out. and so one day they just said, keep the shirt, we'll start you Monday. And that was the start of my career.
And then
I
big decision was obviously starting to work for somebody else, whatever
yeah,
industry you are in, is a big difference starting your own business.
how I get into that is a client. And a lot of my doors opening has been through barbering and meeting clients. This is exactly the formula of One Life Club, meeting like-minded individuals. And you don't get every single client being a
No,
like-minded
but one
individual.
fucking person in life that we all can
Yeah,
potentially meet
yeah,
can change 100% direction of where we're going, can
yeah,
speed
yeah.
things up or can fuck things up. Because if you meet a fucking idiot, that gets you to do stupid shit, then you can ruin your life too. But if you are looking for amazing people and you find that niche of good
Mm.
people, it can change the direction of your life.
Massively. My biggest milestones and almost my biggest, lessons have come from people I've met. And this is where you build that skill set of knowing what you're looking for and who's doing what you want to do. And without sounding like an absolute psychopath, I look at Simon and I go, he's living my life. I see him in me in some type of reverse fucking way. Like I look at him and go, this is the dog that's in me. Like but
And
I'm just lucky.
that gives you clear direction who you
That's
actually
it.
want to surround yourself with,
Yeah,
because that's what you're chasing to get to. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's kind of like the bar that's always just going to keep on growing, and I'm never really going to meet it unless one day we can finally work together. But even then,
From from starting work as a barber, speeding things up now, right this second, you do have successful barber shop
Mm,
in Cairns.
yeah,
You do have your shop, correct me if I'm wrong, right next to it, or part of the barber shop where you sell your
yep, merchandise, yep,
merchandise.
yeah,
And I'm assuming that you're also selling merchandise online.
yes.
Um, so from, yeah, I'm gonna be a barber to where you are now, what would you say would be your hardest part of your journey?
Um, the hardest moment or the hardest part?
What is the hardest part of growing it from
The
yes,
hardest part
on the top,
is
and I am here today?
is the hardest part for me, obviously, is obviously I'm investing every single thing back into the company because I have the inspiration or the aspiration to be a
Grow.
culture kings, and I know that's going to cost X, Y, and Z.
And your time and your energy.
Yeah, time, energy, and I really want to buy a house. You know, I really want to buy the dream car. You know, it's kind of like your year 8 going into year 9. My vision is so clear on where I want to be, and I guess the validation of being able to tell you my story and say, Josh, you're on the right track. You've gone through the lessons you need to go through. You're in a good position.
I'll tell you something which do not fucking forget this part.
Yeah,
I started my journey from nothing. And
yeah,
now I'm in the middle of building a $20 million home.
I see. Yeah,
And I do have every car I can dream of. Couple
yes.
of Guineas, Ferraris, Bentleys,
Mm.
Mercs, Porsches, whatever, and more, lot
Yeah.
more. So I got all of that.
Mm.
But I tell you one thing that I was so conscious of. I knew how important was for me to enjoy my journey and my
Yeah,
hustle. So looking back
definitely.
now, because when you're starting, when you're eating fucking shit, right? When you're in the trenches, when you're fucking hustling, when you can't sleep, and you have to pay your fucking bills, where every dollar you got, you're investing it back into business because you're fucking growing it, you know. Or, you know, quite often you think, oh, fuck, I can't wait till I have a $5 million home or till I have all the supercars. And people focus too much on that end result, and forget to actually enjoy the process. I enjoyed every part of the fucking hustle. I enjoyed being slapped to my fucking
Yeah,
on my face. I enjoyed being on my fucking knees. I enjoyed sleepless nights. I enjoyed that. And now when I look back, I was like, man, I had so much fun then, growing, falling on my fucking head, fucking up. I enjoyed all of it. I fucking enjoyed all of it. And looking back now, you know what? I'm so fucking glad I had that mentality to enjoy that because now
yeah,
you have all the fucking cars. You know, I can now 10 seconds from me, I can jump into Lambo, Ferrari, Bentley, whatever the fucking comes to my mind. And so what? You know, that's 1 second adrenaline rush and what? But my journey, my hustle, building shit from scratch and going backward sometimes and moving forward. And that's what the fucking real juice is. So
yeah,
never forget that part as much. You know what? I want to have a 5, 10, $50 million fucking home, or I want to have all the fucking toys and financial freedom. That will come, but don't focus on that part. Focus on thriving in the field that you are in, getting better at it, minimizing your fuck ups, working on scaling it, and then keep your hand that much in the fucking sand that one day when you get up, oh shit, I actually got 6 supercars.
yeah,
That's what happened to me. I had my head down, bum up, just digging. By the time I lifted my head, I was like, oh shit, I'm actually doing okay. You know, I got all the toys, but I was
yeah.
just so much enjoying being in trenches. That was my fucking juice, and that was my satisfaction.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I guess to add a bit more detail in context is that like I've been in position where I've had enough money in the bank to buy the house or to buy the car, but I've just been so what's next for us?
That's the
How do we get here? And I've passed on that. And I think now being a father, it got me really really like fired up when someone was talking about he can, you know spend whatever he needs to spend for his daughter's wedding, and he can take his family here and do this and do that. And that's why I was like, see, that's me now. Me year 1 to year 5, it was all like, what do people want me to look like? I need to look like the guy who's
and I'll tell you a
successful.
little bit of a good news. You're 28 now, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That was Simon. Simon was not doing much better than you at age 28. So I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he started Culture Kings when he was 25.
Yeah,
And prior to that, he was 7 years hustling on the fucking markets.
that's it, man. Like,
That
I've
tells
always
you, that tells you what's fucking possible, right?
and like this is just the craziest part. Like, I just like the biggest goal for me right now is to one day be able to work. Like, this is the pinnacle. This is the top for me. Like what I'm about to say. For me, like for somebody in business, it's to make this much or do this. And for me to do this is to one day work with him, you know, or have the opportunity to pitch or to have the opportunity to collab. Whatever it is, like this is already like so much, you know. I'm living a dream. This is only 4 weeks in the One Life Club. I can't wait to see what Gold Coast, a 3-day course.
See, the thing is, you are already talking to Simon. You got access to Simon, myself, every other fucking member. You are now in a fucking circle of like-minded people that are working hard, that are hustling, that are being creative, you know, and any idea, anything that can be pitched to anybody. There's a whole point of a fucking community, so we can all work together and we can all learn. And you're already doing so well. Yes, you do have a, you know, such a special niche, you know, because you are also known for fucking cutting a lot of celebrities' hair as well. So you know how to market your business, you know how your business works, but now the key is how the fuck do we help
Sumo
you
Sharks.
scale it?
Yeah.
I look forward to our members learning more about you. It's good to see you being part of our community, man. And you know, it's in the next 12 months and next 5 years, I mean, we all gonna be growing together constantly. It makes me always happy seeing people grow and wanting to give it a fucking go and take things to another level, because it's not easy out there.
It isn't. If I could ask one more question, Emil,
This,
people like yourself, when I categorize yourself as people, I mean people like you and Simon and Chandra, is that how you pronounce it?
yes,
People who
yes.
maybe one day shareholders, investors, people who want to join other people's ventures, whether it's for passive income or to join the ride and really pitch in. When you look for something in the company or the person who's the co-founder of it, running it, what are some of the big things for you that go, that's for me?
I do invest a lot of money in a lot of different people. I won't say companies.
People. Yep.
I am Yesterday, Simon and myself had a meeting with um one of the members that we're gonna invest a lot of our time and energy in become partner with them. I am old school. You can have the best business in the world. If you are fucked with yourself, I'm not interested. First of all, I look for good humans, good people. I look people that had personally, people that had terrible past, that had even fucked up childhood, people that suffered, people that have a massive chip on their fucking shoulder, people that grew up with nothing, people that even never even went to university or anything, people that have a heart size of Mount Everest. They fucking have that burning fire within them to succeed. People that can control their fucking ego, willing to also listen. That's what I'm looking for. Everything else, we can figure out. You are one of those people I would fucking invest dollars in tomorrow, because you also got enough experience where you fucked up a lot till now to, okay, now I got a good business, but now I want to scale it a lot. That's what I'm looking for. You know, with me, I'm old school, man. If I don't like you as a human, I don't give a fuck about your business, full stop.
I respect that. Yeah. Thanks so much for that, man. I think that's $1 million question for me. As soon as I was able to, I was like, see, I'm gonna jump on the Zoom call. That's one question I'm gonna ask. I mean, you can't pay for that. Well, you can technically.
Champion, go have a great day. It's been a pleasure freaking talking to you.
Thanks for that, bro. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks,
See you, man.
Legend. Bye.